I never wanted to make a video about my ex because I didn't want him to feel special. And I hope that this video doesn't do that because it's actually the opposite. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your favorite girl, MissErinYvette. And today is Christmas Day, first of all. So Merry Christmas to everybody watching my channel. Everybody subscribe. I'm just going to dive right into a life update and basically to what's been going on with me, where your girl has been, and just like some things that I really just want to like get off my chest and just leave in this year. I just took a shot. The shot o'clock. Go ahead, take your shot. Get your wine. Get whatever you need. I got my cup here with my Cavassier and my what is this? Coke and Cavassier today. All right. Isn't my cup cute? It's the most wonderful time of the year. Yes. This video is December. So yeah, this video is like 6 months past due. Alright, just being honest with y'all. I literally just uploaded the first video of 7 Days with E, which is basically me deciding to do 7 days of consistent content up until Christmas Day. So if you missed any of those videos, make sure you go back, sis, and check them out because your girl, she came and did what needed to be done. So nah, crazy enough, as we speak, I kind of have a lot of things going on in my life right now. First up is basically, where do I live? A lot of people this year have asked me like, Erin, where do you live? A lot of people thought I was still in Tallahassee, which is crazy. A lot of people thought I lived down south in Florida. And some people honestly thought I moved out of state, you know what I mean? And so for me, I think that this will be the last year that I publicly announced my location. Simply because one of my main goals, and honestly, I've just been working on my 30-year goals, to be honest, y'all. And what that means to me is everything I'm doing today is going to shape the woman that I am 5 years from now. So the woman that I want to be in 5 years, that's literally what I've been doing with credit building, with my health, with spirituality, with my eating habits, with working out, with every single area of my life. I've been focusing and making it intentional. Because God has really placed that in my spirit the last couple months, is being intentional. I serve an intentional God. That means everything that happens in my life, it's for a reason. So I stopped focusing on being so upset at life playing its part, and I quickly learned what mine is. We're all here for a purpose. Whether you're watching this video, I don't care if you were born in a church like I was, raised in a church. I don't care if you believe in God or not. You're not here on this video, in this world, in your state, in your home. You're not here on this earth just by a chance. Nothing in your life is because the stars aligned or because you wished really hard. Everything that is happening to you is for a purpose. And instead of being that person that just let life happen to me, I started to learn to live. The more that you place yourself and you show up every day readily available to seize the day, the more you realize that life isn't just a by chance thing. It is based on your actions. It is based on your faith. It is based on a sequence of events that make it to become what it is. Now, for me and my religion, I believe that God is the head of all of that. So nothing under the sun, and the Bible speaks on that now, okay? That nothing under the sun is new to God, that he did not know, that he did not intend, nor did he not allow. So if God is consistently in the head of my life, that means there is nothing that is going on that God doesn't know about, didn't allow, and can't handle. All right? So why am I going to sit here getting frustrated and flustered and pissed off and angry at every little thing that happens in my life? Because if God allowed it to happen, it has to be for a reason. Mindset. I know a lot of that is redundant for some people, but no, it's easy to talk about things and it's different to actually live it. Now, I'm going to say that again. If you got to rewind that and go back to it, literally let that sink in, like for real. The next time something happens to you, where you want to freak out and you feel like it's not in your hands, I triple dog dare you to just break out thanking God. Just break out in praise. Just break out in God. I pray even in this moment you still get the glory out of this craziness, this mishandleness, this misfortune. I pray that you're still able to get glory out of this, God, because I know it's not the end. I know that whatever the doctor says doesn't mean it's the end for me. I know that this eviction notice or this bill that's crazy isn't going to be the end for me. God, you got to handle it because I can't. Like, I literally have started to reshape my mindset and, more importantly, reshape my action. And a lot of the times when things happen to me, y'all, I didn't want to just hop on the internet and make videos about them anymore. And I know that's crazy, because this is literally what connected me to all of you. And this is literally more than just entertainment. I need y'all to understand, like, this is my life. And so 2 years ago, I felt the need to explain everything. And now I don't feel the need to explain a thing. I am a reflection of my faith in God. Everything you see, every time you like my makeup, or people compliment my facial structure, or people like the way I talk or the way that I look, or like anything that you see is all 100% because of God. And I never want anybody to forget that. And this year has literally every single moment of my life, I want to dedicate it back to Christ. This has been one of the hardest years that I've had in a long time. And despite me being genuine, despite my wants, despite my actions, it's never been about me. And so just fast forwarding into, my wants and my needs, I want to move out of state. I've said this since I was a little girl. I currently live in Florida, and I don't know if I want to move south, or if I want to move to one of the few locations that I have on my list. But what I did do is create a list of the places that I want to live. And starting in January of next year, I'll be taking you guys along with me. And we are going to travel. We are going to visit. We are going to tour. We're going to pray. And we are going to manifest. And wherever God decides for us to be, that is where we shall be in 2022. I know that I will move. I know that I will graduate. I have a lot of things on my to-do list for 2022. The only difference is I want God to dictate and ordain every step of the way. I don't want to do anything that God doesn't allow, because I don't want to delay what God's trying to do. I don't want to speak or move before He wants me to be there, period. That's where I'm at right now in my life. And I felt like until I was healed, until I was intentional, until I had purpose, I did not want to sit down here in front of my camera and get on the internet and be anybody but what I felt was a strong reflection of myself. And I do feel confident today. Maybe it's the Cavassier. I don't know what it is. But I'm really excited to be back on YouTube. Okay? 2 months ago, YouTube decided to delete my channel. And it happened about 2 or 3 times. And I really felt like between that and my channel getting kind of blacklisted, kind of drastically losing views, losing confidence in myself, and literally just not believing in myself, because when I had an iPhone, I didn't have a MacBook, I didn't have this fancy ass camera, I didn't have any lighting. I used to make videos in my room, didn't have a tripod, used the windowsill, used to wait until 5 o'clock in the afternoon just to get good lighting. Like, I used to put in the time, the work, the energy. I didn't care who laughed at me, I didn't care who saw. I didn't know anything about going viral. I didn't have thousands of views, but I had passion, a goal, and I put in the work. And that's what I miss about myself. Sometimes I sit up and I cry because I know how creative I want to be, but sometimes I genuinely just feel like people won't care. And it's crazy, because the closer you are to success, the more the enemy tries to make you feel like you haven't done nothing. I'm the farthest I've ever been in my life. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got more resources, more opportunity. I'm making more money than I've ever had in my entire life. But I'm going to sit up here and act like I'm not good enough. Like, I almost want to say, bitch, how dare you? Like, for real, because I've been doing YouTube for like 9-10 years now. And for the past year, I just felt like I've had no motivation. And currently, my MacBook Pro is damaged. And I went to the Apple store today. You guys will see in my vlogs. And just little things have been getting to me. My uncle passed last week. I went to his funeral. You guys, I know I don't deal with death very well. So it's just like loss after loss, hit after hit. And we'll get into those things that have happened as well. When I tell you, sometimes it's hard to put on a smile and get behind the camera. But one of the things that I pride myself in is that on this channel, we don't do facades and we don't do that fake shit. I've always been 100 with y'all. I've always been authentic. I've always kept it real with you. And that's what I want to be again. I don't want to be afraid to be who I am because I love me. And I started to tell myself that more. I wake up every morning and I do affirmations and I praise God. That's the first thing that I do every day. Every day. I finally, after 2.5 years of being on unemployment, okay, and I only did that because of pride. I didn't need it, but I did it. And I'm not ashamed of it. But after all of that laziness that I hold myself accountable for, I finally am on a salary position, a military position. Your girl has an amazing job. I will not be talking about my job. I don't think I'm allowed to talk about the details of my job, but just know this is the most highest paid job I've ever had. I feel like such a big girl. I was telling my mama that, like, I am just so proud of where I'm going, and I'm so thankful for where I've been. Because had I not gone through anything in college, in high school, with any of my relationships with my family, had not gone through what I did, I would not be ready for where I am and what God is doing in my life today. I can promise you that. I can promise you that. So that's why I do feel indebted to come on this channel and motivate you guys. No matter what you're going through, I'm telling you, it's intentional and it's for a reason. You got to train those muscles to be able to carry the blessings that God has for you, like real talk. Like real talk. And one of the things I learned from my uncle's funeral, the speaker that was there, he said something that really stuck with me. And it's the simple fact that you can be a good, kind person all day, but kindness doesn't get you into heaven. Just because you nice to somebody don't mean God gonna say you did well done. You could be the nicest person in the world. That does not mean you're going to get into heaven. When God reveals something to you, it's okay to look crazy to everybody else. Because he ain't told that person what he's revealed to you. That was just for you. You get what I'm saying? Am I in a relationship, basically? Or am I still in a relationship with my boyfriend? And the answer is no. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to say it like that, but no, I'm single. I'm single as 15 Pringles. You hear me? I've been single since June. And, yeah, you see, black people start saying, well, see, let's just be honest for the saints in the back. I broke up with him, okay? The reason why I broke up with my ex is because I felt like he was not mature enough to be in a relationship with me. And honestly, that's something, ladies, that I'm finding a problem with. The older that I get, I'm just seeing that I'm really in a different lane than a lot of people, than a lot of guys that I want to date. Like, I have my own apartment. I have my own car, paid off. I have literally my own business, a 9-to-5. I do brand ambassadorships on the side. Like, I'm a hustler. That's just what I do. I don't know. When you come with your own table, it's hard to find somebody to sit at it with you. Because I've honestly never been that girl that's looking for a guy to give me anything. But I always end up in relationships with men, and I literally just spoil them. And I don't want to be this girl anymore. This is why I'm saying this out loud. Like, I don't want to get in a relationship. I'll never buy a man an Apple Watch again. Never. I'll just never do that. Because I feel like once I buy the Apple Watch, the relationship ends and it's over. I don't know why this is. I never wanted to make a video about my ex because I didn't want him to feel special. And I hope that this video doesn't do that, because it's actually the opposite. A couple days ago, I checked my mail. I'm a little tipsy, so we're going to make this quick. But I checked my mail, and apparently my ex has a laptop in my name, basically. And $1,300 will be placed on my credit unless I pay for that laptop in full. My ex sent me messages, I want to say in September. I think it was like a couple weeks before my birthday. And he was trying to get back together. He basically like sent all these voice messages, which I saved for legal reasons.
No bitch ass nigga from Callahan, bro. Like, relax.
Keep threatening me.
You're not that big. You're not that tough. Please stop.
And in these messages, it just screams to me.
You left me. Like, yo, like, you literally left me. Like, you left me. I told you I had you. And that's why I said, fuck you. And I'll say it again. Yes. Fuck you. You gonna block me, bro? I'm supposed to be in love. How you gonna turn around and block me and I say fuck you and then you gonna go on this whole argument how I ain't shit?
I don't even think it's bipolar. I don't know what that is. But it just confirmed for me everything that I thought, like, in our relationship. And pretty much, ladies, what I want you to get from this story, this little spiel, is every last red flag that you saw from the beginning, it's only going to get worse later on. Okay, so every little flag that I saw in our friendship, which let's start from the very beginning. Okay, my ex and I met in high school. Okay, I want to say I was a sophomore in high school when we met, and at the time I was dating a mutual friend of ours. So you know how you in high school and you realize some shit, and then years later you peep something else that kind of validates it. I'm not going to say dude was like eyeing me the whole time, but I'm pretty sure dude was eyeing me the whole time. And I don't want people to think that this was premeditated. Like, my ex and I did not get together until we were together, and that was that, period. Okay, there wasn't any flirtation there. There wasn't any relationship there. Nothing. It wasn't anything there. And I honestly feel like the main reason I got with my ex is because I was in such a low place from my previous relationship that I really just wanted somebody. And I'm not saying that as if, like, I wouldn't have dated my ex, because the person that I thought he was, if I were to approach him today, I probably would date him again. But he's not that at all. He's not that. And I think there are ways to, now that I've been with my ex, I see guys' red flags so easily. I'm trying to completely heal because I don't want to take anything from that relationship into the next one. So, but I do notice like little like, nah, you immature too. Like, I notice things in relationships now, and I don't overlook it. Like, now that I see a red flag, I'm boom, I'm done. Because I can't waste my time like I wasted my time with my ex. So my ex basically was texting his ex the entire relationship. Okay? To me, I felt like he wasn't stepping up to the plate as far as his responsibilities. And it's hard to build and grow with a man that doesn't want to face his own reality. Like, how can we ever talk about kids and a family if you don't know how to maintain the one that you have going right now? Like, you don't know how to just, I don't know, it was certain things about his life that it just felt like to me he was avoiding. And for me, it just felt like I was just a pretty girl that had one little role, one little spot, don't say too much, don't do too much. And then once you step outside of that role, it creates issues. You get what I'm saying? Everybody knows me, though. I'm a loudmouth. I'm a hustler. I'm a go-getter. I'm a leader. I'm an introvert. So when it comes to me, especially a female who's at her own table, why should I do what you say when I can do what the fuck I want to do over here? Which is why now I know what type of man I need to date. I don't judge my ex at all for where he is in life and for, you know what I'm saying, for who he is. What I do judge is men. Okay, when you meet a woman who is obviously outside of your level, who is obviously not on what you're on, do not try to get with her and minimize her to become what you want her to be. You know what I'm saying? If you weren't willing to give me your everything, you should have never approached me. If you weren't willing to be 100% open with me, if certain areas of your life you weren't comfortable with, then you should have never gotten me to a place where because at that point with him, I gave him everything. And I say that shit 100%. I've never given any other man in my life what I gave my ex. And at first I was sad about it. I was disappointed in myself, but he taught me how to love. He taught me, despite him not deserving it, that I can be a good girlfriend. Because I never thought I could be. Like, for real, I never thought I was a good girlfriend before my ex. I wasn't a gift giver. I wasn't emotionally open or available. I didn't cry in front of my boyfriends like that. You know what I'm saying? I always felt like I don't want to be annoyance or I don't want to. But with him, I tried the open communication, the forgiveness, oh, you want my location? Cool. Like, I tried everything that I thought. But those are red flags. You get what I'm saying? Those are red flags. A relationship doesn't give you anxiety. A relationship doesn't put you in situations where you're left. Like, he literally left me for dead. I could go into details. I have pictures of bruises. Like, I literally, and at the end of the day, everything that happened in the relationship was my fault. And to this day, he calls me toxic. Despite the credit situation, despite him getting off with thousands of dollars worth of gifts, this nigga made me split the trip to Disney World. The vlog that I posted on here, I paid half that trip. Okay, I've never split anything with the nigga. Like, this whole relationship was just, to me, really childish. Okay, and I literally just woke up one day. I think he had booked a ticket to New York, and I spent the whole day like shopping for him. And it was just a lot. It was a lot. It was a lot. He did not want me to be a part of the family he already established. And so to me, it just felt like, we're not growing, we're not building, so why am I wasting my time? And so I walked away. Of course, I'm leaving out a lot of details because I feel like, for his sake, I don't care to bash anybody. I could, but I don't care. I won't, in any relationship moving forward, is let a man tell me who I am, and I know who I am. My ex said that I was a child abuser. My ex said that I was toxic. My ex said all of these crazy things about me, and it just made me feel like I constantly had to prove who I was and my worth, and I just felt so low around him. And even months later, like, it really hurts my feelings for a person to say, fuck you. That's what he said to me multiple times.
Say it again. Yes. Fuck you.
It really hurts my feelings for a person to say fuck you, and then you think at any moment that you can text my phone, pop up to my house, I'm supposed to come to you. Like, you think that you have this access to somebody because you make yourself bigger than what you really are. This man made a suicide letter about me. You guys have seen my journey with mental health. Like, you've literally seen everything that I've gone through. He released a suicide letter on YouTube. I can't find it. I was so embarrassed that you guys would see it, and that, honestly, I've been a teacher, so I've worked in public schools. Like, if I've never had somebody try to tarnish my character the way that this person has. And we met in the 10th grade. So even if it was a misunderstanding, you would have thought in our relationship I cheated. I wasn't the one talking to my ex. I wasn't the one who was letting this person trash you and say you were psychotic and on medications. Like, I wasn't doing this. You know what I'm saying? It was even at one point that my ex was talking to my other ex, and they had conversation during our relationship. I literally have screenshots because I reached out to him, Christian. I reached out to Christian, and Christian and I are cool now. And I'm so happy that we were able to talk and that we're actually friends. Like, that's weird as shit to me, but I told him, like, Christian really made me reflect on the person that I was becoming. And that was a major part of my growth this year, is being able to say I fucked up, because what I said about Christian was entirely wrong. You get what I'm saying? I'm not a liar. I don't sit up and lie, but what I did to Christian is the reason why I did not want to come on the internet and bash my ex. And so to see my ex create not only a suicide video, God forbid he actually hurt himself, and that is the last piece of evidence that would have, it doesn't look like, why would you do that to me? Especially considering I've already been in Baker Act, I've already been facilitated, which my ex has been in Baker Act as well. But to me, as your friend, I know in your previous relationship, you did the same thing to your ex. He was posting videos and pictures on Facebook and Instagram of himself cutting his wrist. And at the time, as his friend, I hated her because I felt like, why would you do this to him? But it is so unfair and disgusting to blame any individual for what happens to you in your mental health. A suicide is one of the most selfish things that you could do. I know that. And I've dealt with depression most of my, you get what I'm saying? But I have never blamed not a sole person. I would never text somebody before I try to hurt myself. I would never post a video on the internet removing myself from anything toxic, anything negative, anything that's whatever. I don't use the terminology toxic because what the fuck is that? You get what I'm saying? I don't really know what that is. Either it's positive or it's negative energy. But I would just like to say there is not one thing that has happened to me this year that has stopped me. Everything that has happened was intentional. This relationship strengthened me, and it taught me a lot about myself. Stop second guessing yourself and your worth and your value. And I cannot wait until I meet a man that is everything. Like I never expected much from my partner, but now the man that's going to be in my life, you're not going to be where I am. You're going to be where I want to be. I want a partner. I want somebody to teach me something, enlighten me, put me on, pray for me, cover me. You get what I'm saying? I want a grown man. When I get on your nerves, let's have a conversation about it. You get what I'm saying? Let's talk about everything and then some. The internet should be the last place that hears about what we deal with. You get what I'm saying? So to answer the question about a relationship, Aaron's dating. I've been dating for the past couple of months. I've been having a hell of a good time. I'm enjoying myself, and I feel really, really good. I feel whole. You get what I'm saying? I feel anxiety-free, at ease, and ready for tomorrow's adventures. Like, ooh, girl, I'm sitting in front of this candle. Ciao. But y'all, that's all for this life update. I've been sitting here on the floor for a minute. I love you guys. Make sure you stay tuned for 2022 content. I am super excited for this grown woman, luxury-based content. Make sure you share with your friends and family. We going up next year. All right? You heard it first here. I love you guys so much, and I will see you in my next video. Peace.